What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix coming at you with another cryptocurrency stream. And guys, the price action is having a bit of a crash right now. The Bitcoin price dropping all the way down to 11,250, guys. Does that mean that we are bearish now, or are we going to see a little bit of a reversal here now that we're getting a little bit of a price drop and hopefully shoot back up to finish the month on a higher end? Okay, guys, if that sounds good to you, be sure to subscribe and like, and I'm going to dive right into the price action, guys. So basically the Bitcoin price had that ascending wedge that I was talking about. Now guys, I'm going to zoom right out and just call this out. I called this, okay? So look, ascending wedge, drop off, ascending wedge, drop off, ascending wedge, drop off. I was literally talking about this in my last video. Are we going to get another drop off just like we just had? This one didn't even make it that far. For instance, the second wedge that we had faded out to the right, didn't break down, but then pumped back up into it and then had the breakdown. Okay, so this one, we had the pump up, but then just a breakdown. Not like the first one, for instance, which rode all the way up until about the 11th and then had a breakdown. So guys, when will this end? If you think about it, I think the bottom is in right now at around 11,255. The reason is because we are putting in higher lows. So higher low, higher low, higher low. So hopefully this is just the end and we can start to see a little bit of a reversal, break back through this resistance, which was support, turn it back into a support and get back into this channel and start moving back up towards 11,600, for instance. That's what we want to see in the Bitcoin price. Now, what can actually make that happen? Busting through that resistance, more people buying the coin, just more adoption happening. And I think that kind of stuff is happening all the time. Volatility also has to come back into the market. It was very volatile for a few weeks, and it's looking like it's dying down a little bit now, and that's why the price is kind of dipping down. We're seeing the price down at the bottom of the day's range. That being said, we still, for the 52-week range, we are at the high basically all the way up there. At 12,486 was the high, so 11,300 we're still really up there. It's only a 1,000 Satoshi drop from the top all the way at 12,000, 12,486. So I think Bitcoin is going to get a little bit of a bounce right now. Do something kind of like this, something upwards, like bouncing up like that, out of this support zone. Now, guys, you got to remember, there is another support right here, okay? So just like that, there is another support right there. So hopefully we're going to bounce right off that and start to shoot back up into this channel, and probably bounce around a little bit in here for a few days. That's what I think is going to happen. What we don't want to see is a breakdown even further. We don't want to see it break past 11,000, get back into the tens. That would be a very bearish sign. And if that happens, guys, I'll be reporting it basically right away, because there's a lot of people that are even trying to get in on these dips and these lows. Even I just bought some at 11,300, so I'm sitting break even right now. But I think we're going to get a little bit of a bounce. And I think if you got in right around now, you're still in a good position and you're going to bounce back out of this and be just fine. That being said, because buying at all times, it's chasing the dragon theoretically, but with potential high times for Bitcoin right around the corner, we could see those higher prices come, right readily available for us. It could be right around the corner, a month or two away, and we could finish the year on 13, 14, 15,000 if we continue this bullish sentiment. Now, we had to have a little bit of downtrod over the last week, so is that saying, hey, that we're out of steam and that we're not able to pump through this right now? So guys, I think that this is just a little bit of a correction and that we're going to kind of pump back up, and we're going to continue to put in some higher highs here. Since the 10th, we have been putting in a higher high, so if we get a pump up this time, I was expecting this wedge to go a little higher, though, to be honest with you guys. So hopefully we'll get a pump back up. We can pump back up towards the $12,400 range over the next month or so. We want to see, we want to see 13,000 this year easily, guys, just to remain bullish sentiment, because otherwise we could get some sell-off coming towards the end of the year and just some fear selling again as COVID acts up again. There's a lot of talk about more fear sells coming towards the end of the year as COVID acts up again towards winter. So let's see what happens exactly, guys, but there's a lot of talk of lots of things happening, so let's see what actually happens. Guys, I wanted to go over Electroneum. It's been a few days since I've talked about it. We had a very interesting ascending wedge and then a breakdown. So the last few days we've been kind of fluctuating in between this channel. Remember I said we were going to bounce around in between the support and resistance. Here we are basically just doing that. We did break above it and we're oversold briefly into the green box. Box can be extended. So what is going to happen with Electroneum? I think that we're going to kind of bounce back down into the support and resistance. We're kind of just bouncing around in here. We're still bouncing around, guys. That's not necessarily a bad sign. If you think about it, we are still lower than higher than we've been in the last month. Remember, we had that breakdown all the way down to 0.0046. And then, you know, we're having some good shot ups here. So this ascending wedge, remember, mimics the one that we had back here. And then we're kind of having the same kind of motion happen. So literally a repeat of history going on right now, guys. An ascending wedge, sideways motion. Ascending wedge, sideways motion. So we're getting the same kind of thing. Now what happened after the last sideways motion? We had another pump up. So hopefully we get a higher pump up than the previous hill peak, guys. That's what we're looking for in Electroneum. We do not want to see it continuously break down or get down further. We don't want to see it get down past the 0.0046 mark again. Okay, that would be very bad. So let's, you know, continue this bullish sentiment of Electroneum. Hopefully it just continues to move up, and hopefully this consolidation to the right ends up breaking up more to the right, and we get a little bit more strength going towards the end of the year here. That would be really good, because after the cent rise, we have had, you know, lots of selling off and weeding off of weekends. So it'd be really nice to see the consolidation have another good pump up, and maybe even pump up past the 1 cent mark eventually. When that will happen, though, is to be determined, guys. It's something that needs to be analyzed consistently to really predict that kind of a peak. And guys, I want to talk a little bit about AUX. Remember how the last few days I was talking about being able to actually flip this coin pretty frequently? The graph is a little sloppy here. But in general, we had a massive breakdown. Remember, I was talking about buying this bottom support here. So guys, I'm retracting that statement right now just because it broke right down through it. And not too many of you, I'm sure, bought this dip. I didn't even buy it myself. I just noticed it was too bearish and breaking down right through it. That being said, I did make the call back here. So hopefully I'm catching you guys so you're not making that call. And that would be, you know, that would be a bad call essentially. So we want to make sure that that's corrected as quickly as possible. Guys, this price could have bottomed out now at 0.41, but there's still a lot of bearish behavior. For instance, we had the breakdown through here, another breakdown. Are we just going to get a breakdown back towards 0.20 and kind of a reset of OXT from its big pump? This was definitely, you know, some kind of pump and dump, possibly even some manipulation, just the way it pumped up and is now dumping off, guys. It's very interesting to see it play out like that. So guys, it does look like the volatility is gone from OXT, and it does not look like safe flippable trades right now anymore. So keep that in mind moving forward as you're looking at OXT. It just looks very risky right now, not like it did a few weeks ago or even in the last week. And guys, I want to talk a little bit about BAT also having the same kind of drop off. Okay, guys, we are already up at, or all the way up at 42 cents. Had a big drop off. The EMA 20 crossed through the EMA 55, and then we had a big sell off. The candles reached the bottom of the Bollinger Band and just rode it down, and now we're all the way down at 0.33, guys. So this is a very bearish sign for BAT. Is this a good time to buy? It might be. You know, not financial advice, but might be a good time to buy to flip the bottom, and hopefully it pumps back up to, you know, 0.38 or something. It's definitely happened many times. We had a pump from 0.27 to 0.34 to 0.30 to 0.38 to 0.31, and you know, it goes on, guys, and it keeps doing it. So are we going to get another pump up, maybe see something like back in the 0.40 again? That would be really great for BAT, guys. And you know, BAT's doing a lot of things. They have the Brave browser, they've got you know, they're on Coinbase, they're on Gemini, they're on many exchanges. They're definitely doing a lot of good things. So BAT's definitely a very solid program, guys. Definitely check them out if you haven't looked at them yet. BAT. Okay, guys, and I want to talk a little bit about Link, which is still having a little bit of troubled waters right now. We saw the peak all the way up at $20. That was a great prediction by me. I got asked that in the live stream where it would hit, if it would hit $20, and I, you know, 100% agreed just right away, because that's where it was going. And that's where it hit, guys. So then right after that, we had a big, you know, selling off, people taking their profits, weak hands being weeded out. And now we're all the way back down at 13.57. Now, a lot of people I know bought right in here and right in here. So guys, don't fear. Chainlink will come back. Chainlink's a super popular program. If you get close to breaking even, yeah, I would cash out in the short term, but long term, I think Chainlink just has a lot of good stuff coming. And I think that the project itself is very solid, and they call it the Tesla of cryptocurrency. So I mean, that's got to have some kind of recognition to be realized there, guys. There's definitely a lot of good things going on with the program. I think Chainlink's very strong, and before you know, we're going to be back up pumping past $20 pretty easily. This is like some consolidation and weeding out. So that takes time. And if after a big run up, there is some selling off in what you would consider a bear market for the coin. So hopefully, it's not as bearish as that, but hopefully we can break back up towards the upside and get some good gains on Chainlink coming back to us. And guys, that's all I have time for on the charts. I wanted to go over 3 reasons why Bitcoin price volatility may spike before the monthly close. And that's exactly what we want. We want volatility back in the market. We want the market kind of going up, going down, going up, but consistently putting in higher lows. That's what I believe. Because that way we would be in a very bullish sentiment and hopefully finishing out the year in a bullish way. So as the monthly candle close of Bitcoin comes closer, signs of heightened volatility are emerging. With just 4 days until the highly anticipated CME futures contract and Debrabit options expiration, BTC near-term direction remains uncertain. So 3 reasons to expect a spike volatility over the next week are BTC's prolonged consolidation, key resistance level overhead, and sizable expirations of BTC futures and options contracts. So basically, guys, Bitcoin consolidated for basically a week since August, or after August 2017, when it peaked all the way up to 12,486. And is having trouble, getting back up towards 12,000 and remaining stable or even breaking through it again. So I think what needs to happen is we need to kind of break back up towards where we were just recently and get, back up above this support at 11,400 and get back up into the $11,600 range. So like right here. So this is where we want to end up. And now we are sitting below it right now currently. So we're sitting below it like right here. We need to kind of bounce back up and remain in this channel briefly, and then hopefully bust right back above it and get back above the $11,800 level. So a pseudonymous trader known as Main said the $11,650 support level is critical for BTC in the short term, referring to the $11,650 level to $11,730 support range. The trader said, if we can hold the gray wick into it, could be long entry. I think we push up to 12.1K. Lose the gray, flip shorts towards 11.1K. So guys, we did lose the gray, and that's why we are kind of pushing down right now. But it looks like we already got a bounce at around 11,250, which is a very good sign, and we're already sitting at 11,300. So hopefully we already got that bounce and are looking for a little bit of stability here and kind of start to retest the $11,400 levels and work our way back up to $11,600 support, or which is now a resistance, guys. So there's definitely some work to be done in the Bitcoin price, and we have to actually break back upwards and off of this support so that we can actually get up back into a good place. And we want to end up back in this channel right here, guys. So I think that's what's going to happen for the Bitcoin price. We're going to get a little bit of bounce now. I don't think we're going to break down too much further, as we're already getting a little bit of stopping out right now, like it's stopping. So that's a very good sign. So that's what I think is going on with the Bitcoin price, guys. And guys, don't forget, I am doing a giveaway for my Ledger Nano S. One of my first 500 subscribers are in it to win. All you have to do is be one of my first 500 subscribers. And we're already over halfway there, guys, in just 2 months. So this thing's going to be getting given away within the next few months, it looks like. And that's very exciting to me. Guys, the channel's just moving along great. I'm having a great time. I'm making good money. I'm making good calls. And I know it. And I know you guys know it too. So I'm glad you guys are really enjoying the channel. I am here to stay. I am not going anywhere. I'm going to be continuing to put out videos every single day. And, I hope you guys are just really enjoying it. And if you guys are looking for a little bit of additive lessons, I do teachings for $100 an hour. And if you're looking to make better trades, or whatever level you're actually at, whether you're a beginner and just trying to learn how to navigate the exchanges and move along, or you're a further along trader and looking for just entry calls and exit calls, that's exactly what I can provide for you guys. And I've done that for many people so far and had a lot of success with that. And that's really what I enjoy the most, is teaching and being a teacher. So Guys, if you want to go the extra mile, feel free to inbox me at bitcoindeathstar@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you guys within 5 business days. And guys, that's all I have time for today. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. So be sure to subscribe and like, and I will catch you guys later. I am Crypto Matrix.